be live. And yeah, that should do it. Hello, everybody. This is Chase, and welcome to a special stream, a melancholic stream, one could say, compared to some of the other ones that I've done on this channel. Most of you who have been paying attention know that this has been largely used for Journey of Wrestling. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have to I need to change the stream info now that I think about it. But you know, it's it's a real bummer for those of you who are not aware. This is pretty much the end of an era for Legends of Runeterra. I wish that this had gone differently. But you know, I think anyone who you know, has seen what Legends of Runeterra has become recently probably saw this coming, right? I'll get into my thoughts on how the game ended up and what this means for, you know, Legends of Runeterra players, for me as a player who loved this game. But I'm not doing this alone. I'm not just going to play some ladder by myself. While I could do that, and that would be a fine time. My friend Paul, who those of you on the Rough Drafts Discord know as Prince of Jedi, has challenged me to a farewell series of best of sevens, actually. We're going to do one in ranked, or not one in ranked, one in standard, I should say. The thing that ranked is now become, for better and for worse, which I guess I can talk about while we're playing this first game. And one in Eternal, which is kind of where my affection most lies. So I'm going to send out, we're going to do these games one at a time. Because my goal here is to, you know, they let you do best of threes, but they don't let you increase the matches. So we're going to go one at a time through 4 different decks each. We're going to play until each deck has won at least once. And if once one of us gets 4 successful victories across 4 different decks, we will call that a victory. So hopefully, Jedi should just be accepting the invite to the game now. So yeah, I guess while we're waiting for him to do the joining the game things, Legends of Runeterra is a game that meant a lot to me. I've always been a huge trading card game guy. Anyone who knows me knows how many hours I have logged into, you know, physical trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up, Magic the Gathering. You know, once online trading card games became a lot more common, Hearthstone, I spent way too many dollars and way too many hours in that game. I was at one point like a relatively top player in the Bethesda, the Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls Legends. I think I peaked at like top 200. in that game, which for me was a big deal. That was not something I'd ever done in a card game before. I loved that game. The 2-lane system, super interesting, super fun. And then Legends of Runeterra came out, and I love League of Legends. It's been a huge part of my life for over a decade now, right? League of Legends was something I played with my friends in 2010 when I was in high school. It's the first game I ever wrote about professionally. I watched the 2011 World Championship from my bedroom at William and Mary, before I'd even gone to St. Andrews for university. It was a really cool, like League of Legends is just, obviously it's derivative of the original Dota game, but it also does a lot of things that no one else had ever done, at least in my experience in games at that time, and the wide range of characters and cool designs and things. And I'd always wanted to see the world fleshed out a little bit more. I read the lore where I could. I love channels like Skyans that go into the lore of the game and the world as a whole. Arcane's great, like I love seeing Riot invest in the world. And a card game like Legends of Runeterra, I mean, it's just a perfect fit, right? I love card games. Elder Scrolls Legends was dying or dead. I didn't really click with any of the other ones I'd started getting into. We're going to start with the deck I'm most familiar with here. Good old Lurk. Let's drop him the Pike Rek'Sai on him and see how that goes. What? Okay, sorry. That I don't know what happened there. It's been a while since I've played a friend challenge and played in general, which I guess is unfortunately where the story is going. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Good old turn one, not much thought to do. Give me a Lurk. Damn it. Oh yeah, okay, got it. There we go. Ah, man, I love Lurk. A lot of people don't like Lurk because it's brain dead. I like it because it is brain dead, and it means that I can play the thing that I want to play and focus on this conversation with people, right? Get the second Lurk trigger. Thank you very much. Just gonna pour the salt emote. Now, I hope that Jedi can at least hear the stream, because I'm going to use emotes maybe a little bit more regularly than I typically would, just because I want to show off all these cool cosmetics, because you're going to see I have a lot of cosmetics for this game. Cosmetics that have been earned, cosmetics that I purchased with real American dollars. Okay, we're getting a... Okay, yeah, he's just going to do that. That's fine. I don't think that's a problem for me. Okay. I don't really have anything else I can do this route, so I guess I'm just going to bank the mana. Maybe get me a death from below into whatever he starts attacking with.
You will speak when I allow you.
3/4 with tough. And another husk. That's fine. Pike is a 4/3, so he's actually not good enough to kill right now. So let's rally instead and see how that goes. But yeah, I just fucking love card games, and there's so much that this game does right. There's a real great sense of back and forth here that is such a fun play pattern. And I would have kept playing it for a long, long time if the world had allowed such a thing to happen. But unfortunately, here we stand. And I just don't, I don't know that we're ever going to get something quite like this again. I'm going to go for it. If it doesn't proc, then I would feel sad, but it did, so he's going to be mad. He's going to get the healing back. Like, this ultimately helps him, but it clears the things I'm worried about. You know, in hindsight, I should have just done it with her, made him block. I thought getting rid of the spell shield would be helpful. I think I overestimated the value of that. But oh well, you live and you learn. But yeah. This game's very fun. It's time consuming, right? All of this back and forth, and I think when you look at like games like Marvel Snap now, we have a real question about how much time people have. It's an understandable one, you know? Okay. That's annoying. Okay. This deck might be more of a problem than I thought. I might be in a little bit more trouble than I had originally anticipated. I think playing that Ruthless Predator the wrong way really hurt me. But that's what I like about this game, right? Is the decisions like that really matter. I mean, we went from, like, I could have forced an advantageous trade. Maybe, you know, he probably still gets the block there, but, like, it could have been incredibly helpful. And instead, I was punished. And I like a game that punishes you for making suboptimal plays. I like the back and forth. I like having to think through each of my turns. And while everything else is getting more, you know, serious, I suppose, more, you know, quick form, just bam, 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 it was nice to have this. Yeah, I think he knows. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 5. Not a problem in the world with that. I don't know. This is a game I can sometimes feel a little bit guilty about because I didn't play it as much as I would have liked towards what we now know to be the end of its days. Simply because it took more time than I had available to me. You know, adult responsibilities and all that, right? But it didn't make the game any less good, and it certainly didn't make the game any less friendly for people that can fall in love with it, right? And it's easy to fall in love with this game.
I smell bad. You cut my life.
Yeah, that's fine because you can't. No lurk. What a shame. This game's so friendly. I haven't had to spend $1 on cards, which is why I have a lot of cosmetics. You're going to note every game that we play today, I'm going to have different cosmetics. I'm going to have different different emotes, different boards. I want to show off as much as I can because I did love this game, and I think this game deserved a lot of love. I'm really surprised he didn't just block. I mean, I guess giving the Husk the extra 1 attack is helpful, but it kind of feels like not taking 6 damage would be more helpful. I don't know. In either case, I didn't get the lurk trigger, so it was probably less of a concern than maybe he would have had otherwise. But yeah, you know, there will be people who say that this game's generosity was one of the reasons that it fell off, that people inevitably, like, you know, just weren't spending money on it. And if they're not spending money, then it's not going to stick around because we live in a capitalist society in which we are directly reliant on people playing these games and paying for them. Excuse me? I don't think I have an answer to that. What? Yeah, like at this point, you sacrifice the 3-1. Or you just take it, I guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it turns that into a 23-23. Okay. All I can do there Just drop the Victor. Drop the Vlad. Jedi wins game 1. Okay. So that's game 1. Not the way I wanted to start this series. Oh my god. I just realized I forgot to play. Forgot to put the link in the Discord because I'm a fucking scrub. Look at me now. Okay, sorry about that. Man. Okay, well, I think Jedi's got... Jedi came to play. He's clearly got the lead in the series. Is there a not terrible way that I could show that he's won a game, the score of the series? I didn't actually prepare for this, which I know everyone's going to be shocked to hear. But it was one of those, I had the time today, and so I'm spending it, you know? It popped up as an opportunity, and so here we are. But I'm not sure... Well, you know what? I'm just going to treat these like in-between games as when we'll talk about the game itself, and then I'll actually focus on the matches, because I think that distraction did not help me this last time around. What are the odds? It turns out focusing on a card game makes you better at the card game. But yeah, people can say that the monetization was the problem, but it wasn't the problem. The fact that the cards were easily available is not a problem, and I know that because I play Marvel Snap. And Marvel Snap is a game that tricks you early on into thinking that card acquisition is a problem. And it's certainly random. It's bad at allowing you to get the deck that you want, but it's also bad at having you pay to get the deck that you want. It doesn't really encourage that kind of spending. It encourages spending in a lot of different ways. It is a very greedy game, and I don't mean to imply otherwise. It's just that comes from cosmetics. And you're going to see I have a lot of champion skins right now because they finally started making them, but it was well into the game's lifespan that the first champion skin started to come out. And those didn't even have like some things that we might call essential, right? The level up animations that are unique so that it feels like a different character. It didn't have, necessarily like reskinned skill effects when it first started out. And since it's only for the champion, you'd never really got to see it in a lot of games, right? If you didn't draw that one card, then you paid a whole bunch of money for a skin that you're not using. And that's a shame, right? So you end up in this weird spot where, like, I'm someone who loves the game and I want to invest in it, but like skins just don't make a lot of sense. At least not early on. And they have things like the battlefields, and I really like the battlefields, but the battlefields are weird because they only give you half the battlefield. And I understand that, like, from a, I can understand the logic, right? They want to have other players have their skins visible too, so that you, as a new player, might see that cool thing that the other player has. I'm like, oh, I want that. I want to go buy it too. But the problem is when it's your skin, you only have half the board. You're missing details. And it doesn't, their board's atmosphere might not fit your board's atmosphere. And in that case, it's like, well, crap. That's not as much fun. And the little legends are great, but they don't have a lot of like interactions, There's not a lot that allows you to really like connect with them, right? There's only like the one click on thing. There's a lot fewer like like Hearthstone, right? Like Hearthstone, every board has multiple clickable objects and there are secrets and you can go all around the board, and this just doesn't have that. And that's okay. You don't need to have that, right? That's not a requirement to play a video game. But when it comes to getting people to spend money, it does kind of matter. And, you know, some of that's going to be like you're optimizing for mobile, and I get that. And honestly, there are certain things I think they overvalued versus undervalued, right? I think some of these animations are fancy and probably a little bit more expensive than they needed to be, when you could have some flavor moments, some fun moments that wouldn't have required that. And, you know, this is where, again, I'm going to compare to Hearthstone, right? Like, the hero skins are great because they only have a few voice lines, right? They look different, and they have a few different voice lines, and that's it. But a voice line goes a long way towards expressing character, and these emotes, and I like these emotes, it's not the same. And, yeah, sure, you're going to say, like, oh, well, you know, people thought it was toxic when, you know, you use those emotes in Hearthstone. But guess what? They find the images toxic too, because the people who want to be offended by emotes and whatever are always going to be. That's just always going to be a problem that you have in online card games. People aren't talking to each other. It's easy to misinterpret. And I'm mad at my opponent anyway because they did the thing that I didn't want them to do. Shadow, you bet on Jedi to win. I mean, right now, that is a good bet. Unfortunately for me, I have to admit. Because I lost the first game. I am 0-1 in the series. I don't have a layer to express that. Maybe I'll just kind of have the stream. You know what I can do? Should I 1-0? I'm just gonna put the score in the stream title. That way everyone knows that I am losing, because I need to give the man his due. I don't know what's happening right now. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm glad at least the deck tracker should theoretically be visible on this stream right now. I actually don't have mine up. Yeah, okay. Opulent Foyer. That makes some amount of sense. Have the attack token. They're just going to get some ghastly bands going. Remind me again. I think... Yeah, it's after I die. Okay, so it's going to proc even if he's alive. Yeah, I mean, I'm make him have it, right? Like, I'll make him waste the mana. I don't want that flowing over to next game. Or next turn, I should say. Oh, here we go. Yeah, gain power from Hollowed. Okay, so you're gonna get the extra bit. Let's just hit you with another one of those. Because I think next turn I should be able to Thousand-Tailed and win. If I just let Gwen come through now. Yeah, like, okay, I'm going to take 11. That's not ideal. But I'm not really bothered by it. Okay. That's fun. Right, because I'm playing an Elder Dragon deck. I kind of forgot that Elder Dragon was involved in this deck for a moment. Mostly because I've never played it before. This is the first time I'm playing with some of these standard decks because I stopped playing standard. Because I didn't like when the game started removing my ability to play the archetypes that I loved. You know? Oh, hey, there we go. 1-1. Let's go. And actually, I think in that case, I might as well put myself on the left and Jedi on the right because that's how that goes. Hey, it's a best of 7. It's a best of 7. It's only 1-1 right now. So there's still plenty of time. I'm going to go to Annie Jin. I think that's going to be my next. And like Annie Jin's a deck I really like to play. Apparently Gwen was the first like actual unit that Jedi drew that game. I don't know what his deck looks like, but unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, he had a bad hand for sure. I think I scale up pretty well, even if it hadn't gone that way. I don't think I need 3 Annies. I guess I'll take 2? Is that... No, I don't need 2. Yeah, 2-star Annie. Yeah, I'm immediately leveling it up for sure. What's Annie's spell again? Disintegrate? Yeah, I'll keep an Annie in my hand. That's fine. I don't mind having a second one in case he kills the first one. He is playing Aurelion Soul Volibear, so I imagine this deck is going to take time to scale. And so hopefully I can get some damage going here. I would love to have a free attack on turn 1. Would be cool. But yeah, like Annie Jin I really like, but you're going to see when we get to Eternals, there are a few decks that I really enjoy that Riot just said, like, well, you know, balancing around everything is hard. We need to go to we need to have a rotation. And you can feel how you want about rotation. I know there are great arguments on both sides, but the fact that there wasn't a ranked queue for Eternal basically was Riot telling me, like, hey, if that's the way you want to play the game, you can play once every couple months, right? And, like, they have a right to do that, right? Like, it's their game. It's their balance. I get it. It's hard, especially with the team that they had. I'm just going to open attack now because I think I can get 8 and get all these triggers. I could have been greedier, but I think the odds of him having a blocker are quite good. Kind of surprised there wasn't like a frostbite or something coming down. I know it only would have blocked 4 damage, but 4 damage might matter. Okay. That's fine. I don't actually think I play the second Annie right now. Or actually, no, I've seen you play, so I do need to play the second Annie right now. Because I have to start over on the level up. I always forget which ones are I've seen and you have. Titanic allies cost 1 less. Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Let's get it, crew.
But yeah, you know, rotations always mean, no matter whether you're for it or against it, whether you think it's great for the health of the game or whether you think it is a band-aid on a bullet wound.
And what do you offer?
You know, when you do that, there's a certain number of people for whom their favorite deck doesn't exist in the game anymore. And you know that's going to alienate some people. And if you don't give them an alternate way to engage with that, I have no reason to block here. Then, yeah, guess what? People stop playing as often as they used to. And not because they, you know, hate you or the game or anything like that. It's just the unfortunate nature of the beast, right? Okay. Let me do some counting real quick. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is going to add a 4th thing to the stack, and the origin. Let me just double check the origin here. While you behold Gem, yeah. So that should be a 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. That's not enough to level him up.
The whole world, a hushed crowd, waiting for us.
I don't think I stun everything on his board. Oh, it would have been. Oh, I miscounted. Why? How was I? Oh God, right, because of the. I could have leveled Annie up. And the frostbite's happening anyway. I can't count. Why can't I count? It's fine. I don't think it's a problem.
Take your seats.
It's just a shame. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna copium. Copium, it's fine. He is getting an explorer spell. Storing. Okay, interesting. He's gonna play the Crimson Pension. Okay, I should have the win here, right?
Targon is so big.
Do I just do... No, I'm going to wait and see if he spends his mana. If he passes right now, I'm going to feel a little silly, but I don't think he will. Oh, he should have... Oh, man. That is unfortunate for him. Because I'm just going to do that.
I will give them a show to remember.
And he levels up, so I get the Tibbers. I don't think I'll need the Tibbers because I'm pretty positive I'm just about to win the game on the Augmented Experimenter. But it was a noble effort. Oh! It's not... I can't do it to the player. Oh! Okay. That's less good. Why did I think you could do that to a player? Okay. Then in that case... It's time to stun some peoples.
I am ready.
Embrace it. Your adoring public await. There is art here, waiting.
Yeah. See, this kind of stuff is great. And, you know, I love those little details. And if the answer is, like, Riot couldn't do that reliably and in a cost-effective way, like, that would be a bummer to me. But I'd respect it, right? Okay. That's just 3 Relentless Storms. Unfortunately for him, not really the thing he needed to target.
I am frightened, but I am ready.
Embrace it. Your adoring public awaits.
And that should be enough. It's possible he has the Frostbite. It's possible I've miscounted. But I think unless he can stop me from attacking, Jin, these two, yep, there it is. GG. 2-1. I will take it. Oh, that's not the thing I meant to click. My apologies. I swear I know what I'm doing. And by that I mean I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Well, I have one deck left, and if Jedi is following the same rules, then this should be his 4th deck as well. And then I'll have to go back to Lurky Lurk and hope that I can do a little bit better this time. But this will be my first time playing with Mord, so that'll be fun. I'm going to keep Mordekaiser in hand just because I want to play him. But yeah, it's not like Riot got worse at designing cards, right? Like, the people who were there tasked with developing the game Legends of Runeterra put in a lot of cool work that they should be proud of. But it felt like Riot never really gave them a chance. That when the game was young and really could have used the boost, they were so damn slow on everything that mattered. Getting those good cosmetics out the door, getting the advertising going beyond just getting it nominated at Game Awards. Like, don't get me wrong, a nomination at a Game Award can be pretty cool. Like, it's a cool thing to have done. but it's not a thing that gets people to play. Players aren't paying attention to industry awards. They don't matter. The Game Awards does not matter outside of the fact that it is used as an excuse to... Is this even worth doing? I don't think it is. I think I just attack with both, and then whichever one... If he chooses to block neither... We'll see. Now it actually helps to have that, because it means I have a block onto this guy. I don't really have an answer to his cultist yet, but that's for future me to figure out. It's just this game needed so much love while it still mattered. And I think one of the reasons that people are so upset at like how Riot handled the latest announcement, right, is that like we know what was possible. We know what was always possible. This is a problem.
May I see your invite?
I want to be on the record that I see the problem here, and I have nothing I can do about it. I think getting the, like, I worry about the lifesteal was probably the mistake. I'd drawn deeper, though I would have drawn, at this point, a Glimpse Beyond, which I have to do now anyway, right? Like, that just... I have to try to draw something, because next turn I can't even play Spectral Ironhound. That's not going to work. That's not really enough. I guess I'll do it onto that, because that way I can equip this guy and I have... Oh no, I can't, because this is gonna... I'm gonna have to equip... I have to kill this guy. What I can do, I guess, is save the Death's Grasp. Block with one, kill with the other, but the 2 damage over the top I think is still enough to kill me. I don't know that I can actually stop him at this point. If I attack now, what I can do is I can stop the over attack. I don't think this is enough, but I'm playing to the out I have, which is not much of one. I kill this guy. That prevents 1 over the top damage, and then the 4/1 can block the 3/5. And that's GG. I'm gonna give him a little bit of the jaw drop, followed by the I didn't like that, followed by the surrender. And that's a 2/2. Okay. Well, I've got 2 decks left. I can run that back. Okay, any order left. So the question is, do I want to try Mordekaiser Morgana again, or do I want to go back to Lurk? I think with the decks that he has, I think I can win with Lurk. I think this is in play. I guess we're just doing stuff. Because I don't think he played with this deck. I don't think this is one of the 4 decks for this best of 7. I'm not going to begrudge the guy, because I know he loves his mono Shurima. But I did make a strategic choice of deck based on the idea that we were doing a conquest match. But, okay. It's fine. I'll lurk him to death anyway. At least I got a lurk on the first proc. That feels good. I've got the free attack this turn, depending on what he does. Jedi may or may not be realizing at this moment how the format we're playing is meant to work. We'll see. I don't know. He could be delayed by any number of things. He said he wasn't able to be on voice, so I'm assuming things are happening in his life. I'll take that vulnerable. I'll take the free proc. Come at me. Come on. I mean, you might as well block it, right? There's no reason not to. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, because if he doesn't block, then it just means that I get the opportunity to return and get back at him. Like he'll just attack and then I'll block with the vulnerable. There's no benefit to him. Do I just open attack? I think well, no, I'd rather guarantee, especially if I can get Rek'Sai, would be really nice. I did not get Rek'Sai, but I did get another free attacker that guarantees a predict proc, or one of these next turn. So that's good. Lurk's getting up there. The beasties are coming for you. You know, honestly, this may be an even better matchup for Lurk than the decks that he was playing, so I guess we'll take that as a W. Okay, you got a champion of some kind, so that's good for him, I suppose. Let's predict. Let's see if we can get Rek'Sai off the top. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted, but it is another Lurk trigger, and I will take another Lurk trigger. Which he has to be pretty annoyed by at this point. Yeah, I mean, I think he has to. Now the question is, do I just win here? I think I do. Yeah. GG. Mono Shurima sure is fun. Is it good? Who can say? I can. It's not good. It's not a good deck. But it has some cool animations if you ever get to it. But that means the only deck I have yet to win with is Mordekaiser. So I'm going to stick to the rules of the format. I don't know what he's up to. I cannot control my opponent in this match, nor would I want to if I could. I think at the end of the day, he just wants to play some stuff, you know? Like, this is a chance to say goodbye to a game we both love. So, he's in his mind palace 100%. Yeah, no. He's in the zone, as the kids would say, I imagine. I don't know. I don't talk to the kids these days, but maybe they still use in the zone? Probably not. They're too busy sticking out their gyat for the Rizzler, I believe. If my YouTube Shorts feed is to say anything. Okay. I think I just open attack. But yeah. Man. I mean, like, stuff like Mordekaiser is such a fun concept, right? When a whole bunch of allies have died, you get to level up and you get to become this, you know, badass. Having the full art in the game is so cool. I don't know why more games don't do that. This is such a really nice treat. I love the lore that comes with it, right? Like, there's so much this game gets right. And with the right level of support, it really could have been there. And yes, I think I got distracted earlier. I think the reason people get upset at Riot's post is because we all know that Riot didn't do everything they could, right? We all know that Legends of Runeterra was asking for more resources, was asking for more time. Oh, look at the puppy! Best card in the game. Best card in the game. Can't convince me otherwise. That's the best one. All the cards, that's the best one. Good pupper. I will hate to kill it. It will make me very sad. But there's no part of my soul I will not turn over to win a card game. But, you know, so they can't say, right, though, if you're right. You can't go out and admit, like, hey, we done fucked up, you know? We didn't invest in it the way we should have earlier, and now it's not making money, and it's too late. So we gave up on all the other ways that we could come back because the difference would have been marginal, and we stopped believing in it, right? They can't say that. Because if they say that, it sounds like, one, they failed, which Riot never admits that they do. Riot has never failed at anything in their lives, if you ask the people at Riot Games. And two, it would be admitting that this is something that they had control over. That this was not inevitable. And it wasn't. It wasn't inevitable. There was nothing about the death of Legends of Runeterra that was inevitable. Even at the end. Ooh, that's more health than I was expecting. Because elemental spell or skill forged me. Oh, okay. That's bad. Feels weird to not be killing the thing with Hallowed, but this is not doing anything, so might as well get some Mordekaiser XP. But yeah, so they're going to make a blog post and they're going to say that, you know, there's just all these factors that were completely outside of our control. There's nothing we could do. And it sucks because there were real developers who put so much time and effort into this game. And we know the support they got. It has not been, like, hidden from the public. We saw when people moved over to the MMO. We saw how quickly Riot went from, we're going to do PvE, actually, to, we're going back to PvP, actually. That was a week. A week between those press releases. And they'll say, like, oh, we meant it at the time. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you did. Because management told you to say a thing, and then management told you you had to say something else. And you like having a job. And you don't know. You didn't know that Path of Champions was going to get pushed back as hard as it was on certain monetization stuff, right?
I shall show them what it is to fall.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. And I don't blame anyone who's currently at Riot, right? Like, they're not going to say a thing that costs them their job. Nor should they. You know, that's not something that the community should ever impose. I'd like to think would ever impose, but I've spent enough time on Reddit to know otherwise. But that's not going to make it hurt less, you know? It doesn't make it easier to accept that a game that you love, that should have been somebody, could have been somebody, this is never going to be that game. Oh, what is this? Sigil of the Storm. Okay, that's the Titanic. He's getting Challenger on that. Is that worth doing now? Yeah. Maybe? No. No. No, I don't think so. Can I... This gets it... So if I kill this to equip her, even if he has a combat trick, which I don't think he will,
Do not look away.
she should be able to come back as a Deathless. I think he just realized that it had the taunt, the tough, I should say. I'll do that. But yeah, so now we're in this position where, like, Riot can't say the thing that we all know. And we're pretending like the game isn't dead, even though we are removing ranked play from PvP. And that is a death sentence for a game. People don't play casually. We can argue whether they should or not, and that's fine. Like, we can have that philosophical conversation, I suppose. The answer is just that they don't, and they never have. People want the games to feel like they matter. They like climbing up a ranking. And I really don't quite understand why you can't just keep a ranked ladder going. I've never seen that as something that, like, a company felt a need to cut before. Jedi's really going through his blocks. Like, okay, what's good here? What do you like at this restaurant? No attacks. Okay. Now, here's a question. A kind of like, I don't know how this mechanic works. She has Deathless. Would killing her with Mordekaiser, I mean, she has 5 attacks, so theoretically she would count twice for the level up. But what would happen to the equipment? Does it just go back to hand? I suppose it would, because it would be a step in between, but I've never seen equipment with Deathless. In this case, I'm not going to risk it. There's just no need to. But I am curious how that goes. There you go. Wait, why? Oh, because it got the prey there and then the... Yeah, okay. 2 prays. He's got 4 Sigils of the Storm. He can drop something big. And there's not much I'm going to be able to do about it.
Your skin will keep me warm this winter.
Born only forges change.
Okay. So...
Own your frailty.
Crush and shatter. I must be known.
So she should curse. Yeah. He should be, yeah, Elder Dragon's immobile. Yeah, yeah. And that's focus speed. Shouldn't be able to do anything about it this combat. She's going to die, but that's fine because she's got Deathless, so she'll be back. And there's, okay, that's fine. It's not great. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, but like... Yeah, the equipment does go back to hand. That makes sense. I can have multiple things shackled at once, right? But I kind of feel like I probably shouldn't. Oh, I could... Okay. I gotta start rethinking about how this Mordekaiser works.
Unbridled power. Born only forges chains.
So that's gonna be stunned. Okay, I'm gonna throw the 3-1 in there just in case. You can absorb that, and then that seems good. Just gonna keep shackling Elder Dragon as much as I can. Yeah, his guys sure are big. They're big guys. No doubt about that. Let it never be said that these are not big, beefy boys. Because they sure are. Question is, okay, I'm 4 stacks away from Mordekaiser leveling up. Okay. Now we're replacing does not kill a unit, but I think cursing him with suppression is still the right call.
What flame withers, frost revives. Do not look away.
And then this... Do I even attack with Mordekaiser? I don't think I do. I think it looks like this. And like Morgana's gonna die. And that's gonna be a shame. But I don't think I live any other way. Wait, what? Oh, Flamecaller has more health now. Oh. I mean, that's a problem. But it may not be much. Actually, when you slay a unit, drain one from the enemy nexus. I draw the card. And I should drain one from the enemy nexus, right? How is that not a slay trigger? Damage kill effect. What? What? That? How did that not work? I'm so confused. I killed it. I mean, it came back because of Deathless, but that didn't mean it didn't die. Does that not count? Why would that not count? Oh, it's an attack. Oh, I haven't attacked yet. Okay, got it. Because I hadn't declared the first attack, then it doesn't. Okay. Well, shit. Okay, well. It can't be stopped, right? Because there's no... boy. Okay. I'm just going to do it this way so I can see what I would have drawn, because I'm curious. Okay. Yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah, that Elder Dragon sure is big. But you know what else is big is this next game theoretically determining the best of 7, and this is where I really hope. I mean, I don't know what he's bringing. It has become clear that he is not playing it the way that a conquest typically goes. So let's see. What is this? What is my Morgana deck facing today? Assuming it loads. Which right now it is not. Game? Please? Okay. I'm not getting in here, so I'm just gonna quit and start a new. Oh, it like bounced me. Okay. That's fun. What? Okay. I know the screen says that Jedi just won 4-3, but that was a disconnect. Y'all clearly saw I did not connect in the game. This is still the deciding game. This is still the deciding game. Can't believe Riot would do me like this just to make me look. And it's a completely different deck. Okay, cool, cool. That's fine. That's cool. I don't know. He's playing Mord Viego? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Mort seems cool. Hit the hot swap. Yeah, I mean, he's been swapping every game. I think he's seeing this less as a best of 7 and more as a, like, here's everything Legends of Runeterra has to offer. I don't think he's played the same deck twice. So, I respect it, honestly. Like, he's built a lot more stuff to the modern day because he's been playing more regularly than I have. Because, like I said, the rotation really hindered my enjoyment of the game, and so I started playing Marvel Snap for a bit, and then it turns out, and this is something I think a lot of you who play card games probably know very well. Once you start playing a new card game, very hard to go back to the old card game because now you've got a rhythm. Now you've got a thing that you play. So once you quit, coming back, it's tough. It's an uphill battle to climb. And the thing about Marvel Snap that I really like, and I should play on stream sometime, it's just so damn fast. I can play 5, even 6 games during a 30-minute lunch break. Like, that's pretty cool, right? Like, there are not a lot of... Actually, let me think about this. I think I'd rather do this, actually. Like, I'm not giving him the Slay trigger if I can avoid it. No, I think you misheard me, buddy. I'm not going to show him that I have the second height spike, by the way. You're not drawing these cards. Was that worth it? I don't know. I don't know that that was worth it. It felt good in the moment. It felt great. I don't know that that was a worthwhile trade for me. I think stopping him from drawing 2 cards probably not as powerful. It was funny, 100%. Yeah, no, and I mean that alone. Soul Harvest. Ooh, I don't think I've seen that card. And I guess like playing Morgana when he doesn't have a unit isn't actually very good. But see, the cool thing is that she had Deathless, so Morgana's still here. It was a real fuck you. Yeah, and that's, again, oh my god, it's that's a real fuck you right there. Yeah, fuck me. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's you. Oh, I don't like you. To play kill an ally, I kind of just... I feel like suppression would be helpful here because that's mana he doesn't want to spend while he's tapped out. This is just a very silly... Shadow Isles games are very fun back and forths on some bullshit. But like, this is the game I love, and this is why I love this game. These like back and forth interactions like this are really silly in the best way. I didn't quite have lethal there, but I think I might now. Okay, not quite.
Beg for mercy.
Actually, hold on. Let me think about this. Because if I kill this actually with Hate Spike, then I can Challenger the Viego, and his 1/1 can't block the A4, and I win. Just don't have anything for 2 mana that engages with any of what I just did. Like that. That's the thing I didn't want you to have. And see, that was rude of you to have it. Bullying, one could say.
This will hurt a little.
I mean, this is still worth doing because it's going to clear off all of his stuff. Like, this is still really annoying for him, but... Yeah, this back and forth is something you don't really get in other card games. You get it in Magic the Gathering, right? But Magic the Gathering has so many layers on top of layers on top of layers on top of layers that you don't get to this core back and forth the way that you might like to. Yeah, Pokemon TCG is a fun game, but I would not describe it as
I shall show
a game that inherently Oh, actually, I played a lot of the old school Pokemon game. I had the Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy Color, and I beat it. And it was a great time. But yeah, not as much back and forth there. A TCG in Genshin. Okay. Is the card game a gacha like Genshin is? Because for the sake of my wallet, I can't really do that right now. I'm not in a position in my life. Not at all. Okay. It's a grind? Okay. I don't mind a grind. I don't mind the grind. If the game is good enough. No money can be spent for it. But you have to be playing Genshin to get to it. It's not a standalone game, I imagine. Because I would play, and I'm always down to play new card games on this stream sometime. I just don't, Yeah, okay, so you have to have Genshin. Do you have to, like, get to a certain level in Genshin? Is there, like, any time investment on that front before I can get to... Not even sure what level. Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm busy getting my shit kicked in at the moment, it would appear, so that'd be helpful. Okay.
Every mage must face
Can I win still? Is there a path? What is the path? I don't know if I have a path. I think the most damage I can get in here is 3, which is still worth doing, right? Yeah, I think this is a swing with everything angle. Yeah, a bit of work to get there. That sounds about right. I like that they have it. I think that'd be cool if there was a standalone thing, but, you know. Can account level 32. Yeah. I mean, look, Genshin's the kind of game that if I had money, I'd consider. Okay, now those are some interesting blocks. I'm going to do this. Because I don't mind giving him a 3-1 next turn.
surrender to me.
As long as I have the ability. The vengeance was necessary.
You'll pay the price.
This may not be enough. With the steel, that may not be enough. Yeah, see, I appreciate, like Genshin and gachas like that, right? They don't need to spend money. Unless you are the kind of person with an obsessive and addictive personality, at which point you're going to be spending money. You're going to do it not because you should, but because it's the thing. They look real pretty and it's cool, and don't you want to get the cool stuff? And the cool stuff's right there, and there's a shop at all times telling you that it's there. And isn't that so cool and awesome, actually. And I can admit to my I am the person that they're targeting with that, right? I am the person that policy exists for because I will buy it. And as a result, I don't play those games. Not because I wouldn't like to, because I'm sure I would, but because it would be dangerous for me to do so. Card games are already risky enough, and again, one of the reasons I liked Legend of Runeterra is because I didn't feel like everything felt like a bonus. It felt like an add-on. It felt like a plus. Oh my god. I don't like this, man.
Destiny is darkness. I am not done with you.
I command you.
Fight free. It will make no difference.
Well, this is an interesting one.
I am not done with you.
Because we pointed out now, I do need that attack trigger.
Shall fall, then you shall serve. You all belong to me now.
Oh my god. This is a lot to unpack. What a board state. Okay.
Crush and shatter.
I'm gonna do this.
I will find someone.
I want to trigger the thing, yeah.
Heroic nonsense.
Okay. Now if I can just get something to kill my own units. This draw is going to be the entire series right here. It all comes down to this. Oh, yum. Okay.
May I see your invite?
Let's see how far away I was. That's one. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. The smart stuff, yeah, it's tough, man. I'm sure it can be good. But the thing is, like, it's good as a control answer. Like, it like, Jedi plays decks that like to go late, and Mordekaiser needs time to get going, which means that if he gets enough time, then he can scale up, and Viego was a really interesting answer. It's funny because none of those of you, like, I got my stuff from the meta report because I'm a filthy net decker, like a goddamn coward. Oh. Jedi gone? Weird. I could have sworn we said we were gonna do an Eternal after this, but what do you know? Okay, hold on. I think he's back. He remembers. There we go. But yeah, he's very good at he just plays decks that really took advantage of what I was doing. Now, I did remind him for this one that we are theoretically doing a conquest match. So we'll see if he sticks to 4 decks. I mean, I choose to believe that he would not do that. I've played enough games with him. Yeah, usually I guess I play more aggro stuff. I feel like this meta is just really good. That's what this is. That was standard. This is Eternal. So Eternal is like Wild. It's just everything. It's everything that this game's ever had. The big difference, right, between Wild and Eternal is that Eternal, for whatever reason, doesn't have a ranked mode for most of the year. It can sometimes... Oh, my model froze. Let me get back to that. Okay. Hello. I should be back in a second. I'm sure I look very cool. I don't know what's going on, actually. I'll just close and reopen. Yeah, right. I don't understand what it is. You know, they vaguely pointed out that, like, oh, there are technical reasons. We have to take into consideration how we want to do these certain things. And it's like, I don't know that you do. Like, don't get me wrong. I acknowledge that, like, there we go. There's things about game development I don't know. But I have never once in any card game I have ever played heard a developer say, like, oh, yeah, we can't have a ranked mode for this because of the resources that would be required. Okay. I think Jedi was meant to attack there, but he didn't. So I'm not going to argue with him. There we go. But yeah, so they just like, yeah, we're not doing a thing until, like, you know, every now and then we'll open it up. We'll open it up for like a month every 3 to 4 months. Which just told me, like, oh, you just don't want me to play until that time. And then I just found a new game. And I don't say that because I'm happy about it, you know. And I, you know, if it's truly that there was nothing they could do, then, you know, such is life. But, like, it was weird. It was a weird thing to claim when it came up, and I still don't really understand how we got there.
Coming at ya.
What technique is this?
Yeah, like in theory, right? That's why rotation exists to a certain extent, right? Like, there are plenty of other technical reasons, but if you care about Eternal, then you have to care about the idea that that people are gonna, like, balance stuff is gonna be there. But yeah, like, there were so many resources. I haven't played in, you know, consistently in about a year, and I was able to buy every expansion that this game has come out with since then. It is very easy to keep up. They're very generous. So if that's the plan, it was a bad plan. But, like, this is one of those, like, I talked to a developer at the time, and I said, I really don't like how you're phrasing things with Eternal. This does not fill me with confidence. And he's like, well, you know what, we're going to have to... I would have taken out the dice if I was him. Like, I'm not feeling confident about it. He's like, well, there's nothing I can say to you that's going to make you feel confident right now. We have to prove that to you. And it's like, I mean, that is true. Like, you're not wrong that
Show them no weakness.
evidence is a key part of building trust. Like, that's correct. But, like, from what we saw, did Eternal ever get meaningful resources? Was it anything that anyone really got to take advantage of? Because I've looked at the player numbers and it looked substantially lower.
It's not me.
Because most people, you know, who would have wanted that kind of thing left. And again, like, your casual players are probably only playing rotation, right? Like, Eternal is for your hardcores, but, like, a game in the position that Legends Runeterra is in can't really afford to alienate the hardcores, right? It was a weird choice. It was a very weird choice, and it's one that I don't think I'll ever quite understand. I may have just won the game already, because Azir Aurelia is healthy and balanced. Like, this is why rotation exists, right? Because this deck is stupid. I love it. I love it. I love Blade Dance. I think it's really fun. I like making guys go burr. Guys go big, hit face. Death by 1,000 cuts. That was turn 5. Yeah, that seems fair and balanced. But, like, that's the truth of it, right? The truth of it was that they weren't being given enough resources by Riot to balance the game with everything that was in play. So rotation would make it easier since you don't really have to worry about Eternal being unbalanced except for losing people like me, but you're gaining more on the back end, theoretically. But that just never happened because they weren't advertising in a way that would bring in new people. And so it stagnated. I don't know. It's tough. It's a lot of things that went wrong. Yeah, I think hard rotation at core is a good thing more often than not. I think that's somewhat true, you know, even as someone who is a little bit salty about it in general. I get that. I get most people are not wired like me. But the thing in a game like Legends of Runeterra that makes rotation very complicated is that it's champion-based. The entire thing is built around champions. The entire thing is built around playing with your favorite champions, right? And so if that's the case, if it's about your favorite characters, then anything you remove from the game is potentially removing someone's favorite character. And that sucks, right? You know, I love Echo, for instance. If Echo got removed, if I was a guy who just wanted to play Echo decks, I didn't care if they were good. I just wanted to play an Echo deck. Yeah, they didn't even add your guys. Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of any game like this, right? It was going to take time to eventually level everything up, you know, get everybody in the game. Like that's just the nature of the industry. And they added some new people, which, you know, pros and cons. I think Elder Dragon looks pretty fun. I think that was a cool idea. I could really take or leave Nora, but I think that's more because I just don't quite like her gameplay style that much. What the hell happened? Wow, this is not... No, Shaco was a big L? Yeah, Shaco was one of those I think people were theorizing for a long time. Would have been cool. A lot of interesting mechanics you could do with, like, hidden things, right? Like, create 3 copies, only one of them is real, but the opponent doesn't know which. Stuff like that could have been really cool. But yeah, it just... There were a lot of things that were done that would alienate the hardcore players. And the things that the game needs to do to win over everyone else didn't happen. And Riot pretending that they did and that they did everything they could is honestly one of the more frustrating things I've seen as a card game player. Like, say what you will about Elder Scrolls Legends, but Sparky Pants were very honest. I love that their dev name was Sparky Pants. But Sparky Pants were very honest when they talked about why Elder Scrolls Legends didn't work, right? There were certain things that they tried and it turned out they didn't come together the way they wanted, and there was turnover in the development team. You know, they weren't originally even supposed to be the ones. Like, they took over from another team. Do I just Avalanche here? No, it feels early to Avalanche. And this breaks the vulnerable, which is nice. So it's like, I don't believe you, Riot. I don't believe you did everything you could, and I wish that you were willing to be honest about that for even a moment, you know? But no one who is at Riot now is going to be honest about it because they'd all like to keep their jobs, given that a lot of people who probably would like to talk about this don't have one anymore and are likely under NDA and aren't going to be talking about it anytime soon. His should count down first.
Don't worry. It's not my first time.
If I understand this interaction correctly, his clockling should count down, and yeah, I get to kill it. Great. Yeah, that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun.
Ready for a little splish splash steam?
Always, Eve. But you
Oh
know
my
that.
God. I don't love that. Do I just... I kind of feel like I just... Do I kill Steam? I don't know that I'm actually worried about the 3-2. I think I'm a lot more worried about Evelyn. I could have Avalanched there. I probably didn't need to spend a full Vengeance on that, but I've got a second Vengeance in hand. So it's not like I'm worried about getting there. I kind of want to play some more stuff. Okay, that's fine too. If he doesn't want to play stuff, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I've got hooks, coals, and all the time in the world.
Everything a girl could die for. Mind if
And I will
slip
say,
into
this is
something
the other
a
thing that,
little
like,
more painful.
the polish stuff gets talked about a lot with Legends of Runeterra, right? Because there was a point in time in which this game had a lot of polish, a lot of cool voice lines, like the interaction between Evelyn and Steam we just got. And then they just stopped doing that. And, you know, some gameplay people will point and be like, okay, well, if all the things to get cut, right, that's the thing that you would cut. Because it's not necessary for the game to exist. It's not strictly necessary. But you know what?
I love it when they scream.
It's pretty cool. It's a nice touch. And when you start noticing that it's not there, it makes it feel, correct or otherwise, like the game is dying. Like something has been lost. Because the thing that you're used to isn't there anymore. Oh boy.
My body is no longer my own.
That's gonna be a little annoying for him.
Back in your hole.
Or not. Or it's not even annoying a little bit. And, I'm a little silly goose.
Ever been flayed?
That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. I don't like that.
Scream for me.
I have an answer, right? I just need... I need Jedi to get greedy and play something. Just play anything. Anything at all. Do I have the thing that obliterates... there used to be a thing that allowed me to obliterate all the landmarks, and that seems to not be in this. I have 3 She Who Wanders, which is not really what you want. But yeah, Jedi Greed, it's possible. But I think he also really wants to win. Or not.
There's still time. There has to be.
Okay. A second Kaiser is a problem. A second elusive Kaiser is a bigger problem.
I'm learning.
I think Jedi is learning. I don't think that line was just for Kaiser there. Now there's one way out. And it requires Jedi to be very silly. But it's not
Another way to fight.
impossible.
Hey, if you can't beat them, shoot them with their own crap.
Just don't block. Okay. Okay. Jedi. Buddy. Pal. You know, we like to have, there's a term in games, you know, playing to your win condition. But there's also avoiding your loss condition. And the only way you lose the game is if I do this. That is the only way he can lose the game. He just has to chump block. If he chump blocks with anything, his health is not high enough for me to atrocity him. But, didn't do it. That's a win for me. God, I love atrocity. God, you know, again, this is one of those, well, the benefit of rotation is that we rotated it out so then we could keep it the way we wanted to. And, like, that is a benefit, I guess. But, like, what have we given up? Well, Atrocity was a fun card. You didn't want to balance it around what I just did in rotation, so you play it in Eternal, but Eternal isn't around, so... Yeah, no, look, I mean, it's all order of operations, right? The My Spell resolved, and then the attack still played out, but he was dead. You would, like... In other games, they just wouldn't have showed the attack animations, right? It wouldn't have processed all the other things on the stack because it would show Jedi's dead already. Kind of funny that they didn't, but hey. Let's see what we've got here.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
Got the 2-0. I gotta update the stats there. I mean, to a certain extent, like, I should be better at Eternal than I was at Rotation because I played Eternal, right? Rotation was the thing that made me say, I'm not sure about this. I'll come back if I feel better about it, and then I just never felt better about it. I really just want Zed. If I get Zed or Hecarim, I win the game. Black Flame is so fucking fun. Sure.
Wearing that. Another.
I mean, I don't really want to capture any of this stuff. Maybe my mulligan wasn't aggressive enough? Let's have fun here. I'm going to do a little bit of a trick. And we'll see if Jedi sees through it. Oh no, I attacked with my 1/1 elusive. I didn't know that he could block things with elusive. There you go. I do lose the Moonlight Glenkeeper because I didn't realize he had that combat trick, but I'm okay with that, I think.
A brief engagement, but a joyous.
God, yeah, I needed a hard mill for Hecarim or Zed. Well, I can stall. Yeah, 1.0 play, yeah. Absolutely. See, Blade, that's not an ephemeral unit, but I can at least maybe get some elusive damage in. Nope. Well, maybe.
Join us.
think he's gonna not kill this, yeah. So I don't think he wants to give me the hollowed. Yeah, these explorer spells are pretty good, all things considered. Do I just... I kind of feel like I recall the 4/4. Just to make him spend the mana again, you know? Yeah, this is why he's glad he didn't kill this, right? Because then it would have been a clean block. But at least now he has no good targets for that. Oh. What? Oh. Oh, that's what that's doing. Oh. I think I'm dead. I think this is over. I don't think this is good. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. I don't know why. I feel like you would flip this so that you could kill my elusive with that one, but I mean, I guess this works too if you're just trying to clear the space. Oh, okay. You have combat tricks for that too. Okay. Well, yeah, those birds got big burbs. Burbs indeed. Indubitably. Okay. I don't... Do I even do that? Yeah, he could have kept him. I mean, like, I don't think he was in danger of like his hand getting full. But I don't know that it matters at this point in the game. 5, 9, 13, 15. Here's the thing. I am about to get the combo. It is about 6 turns too late. No. Fuck. How dare you. That's so bullying. I didn't even get to do the thing. Oh well. 2-1. Well done, Jedi. At least I don't have to see that deck again. Holy. I never thought Demacia Elites would make me feel so bad, but here we stand. He sure did. I mean, look, here's the thing. He had that game won anyway, right? It's not like I was going to get 2 ephemeral Zeds through. I could have bought myself some time with the Dragonling attacks, and maybe it would have done something. But it was over. It was over for all intents and purposes. He just made it hurt. He just made it hurt a little bit more. I don't know. This is the thing about having not played this game for a while. I genuinely don't know what my mulligan should be. I don't know. I know this Star Guardian board is really cool. A lot of artists worked really hard on this game. I think that's the thing I keep coming back to more than anything, because it's a great card game. I really like the card game, but card games are going to come and go. Nothing lives forever. Magic the Gathering gives people a false idea that a card game can live forever, but for basically everything it doesn't. Even Hearthstone. Look at how many modes Hearthstone has had to drop, right? It may still be going, but it is a very, very different game than it used to be. But, like, so many people put so much love into this game. All these little details in the world. Man. I don't know. Bums me out. It bums me out because I really, in my heart of hearts, don't believe it had to end this way. But I'm glad it's at least going to stay around for a bit, you know, like... The servers aren't going down by any means, and since new cards aren't coming out, like, The optimist will tell you that means that hey, now you and your friends, you can just kind of jump right in. There's no no upkeep cost to speak of, no concerns in the long run on that.
The lesson begins.
Okay, Master. I'm gonna get Tarek out there, and we're gonna. We'll go from there. And yeah. I mean, I'm still down to do like server tournaments with this. I'm down to play games with friends. Like, it'll always be there for that. And I'll be forever grateful about how generous the game was with its cards. That I can do that, right? That I can tell my friends, like, hey, let's do this tournament together and not feel like people are going to have to spend a whole bunch to try, you know? That's cool. That's a cool thing that exists and matters. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the next card game is going to look like, man. I think Marvel Snap has absolutely changed the way that card games are going to be seen moving forward, in the same way that I think Pokemon Unite has in some ways. Between that and other mobile MOBAs, I don't want to act like Pokemon Unite's the only one, but certainly hits a very different market and has a very different size as a result of its IP.
I'm ready to shine.
I just don't... I don't know if we're ever going to get anything quite like the sequence we just had. Okay, I'm going to do it like this, actually. Because that way... I can do that. Which copies it onto there. And that's 4 support triggers already. I love Tarek decks. I love support as a mechanic. What a cool idea, right? The idea of building each other up, really making use of the space. I feel like not enough card games do that. It's one of the things I like about Marvel Snap is that it uses the space. But to circle back, sorry, I just got distracted by the cool attack I got to do. It's hard to it's hard to create a new game that asks for a ton of people's time when there's already too much trying to ask for people's time in gaming right now. It's the reason people are so exhausted by live service games, right? You just simply cannot. There are only so many hours in the day. You can't do it all. You never will be able to do it all. So something's got to give. And if you're Marvel Snap, your argument is just on its surface value nicer than Legends of Runeterra. Hey, in 30 minutes, you can play 5 games of me. Easy. No question asked. You think you can do that in Legends of Runeterra? Absolutely not. Run into a control deck, a control mirror, and you're not finishing 2 games in 30 minutes. It's a whole different ask. Why that one? Why that one? That's weird. I don't know that I mean, I guess, like, he has this already. Can I save Tarek in any way? Because he's got the Challenger.
It's time to shine.
No, I can't. Master Yi's gonna kill him. And that's gonna be a shame. But I can make this guy out of range to be killed. And that's going to be very annoying. Yeah. Or he's gonna spend quite a few resources, which is fine. Question is, Do I... Can I get away with playing something like Mountain Sojourners? It'd be nice. Fuck it. I'm going for it.
All right, team. Adventure
Now
time.
just don't have anything that can buff up your Master Yi
Embrace
in
the
this
current and be swept away.
very clearly a buff deck while having that much mana up. Just what if you didn't though? What if you don't have it?
Ready, set, slam.
It'd be cool if you didn't have it.
You won't stop me. Let the tide carry you.
I mean, that's less bad than I feared, honestly. Like, it keeps Master Yi up, but, like, I don't know to what end, you know?
Flavor and spice.
4 health left has to be tough. Even with his 4. Yeah, he's gonna get that, and he's got the Resonating Strike to give +2. Like, he can kill the Poppy,
Carry you.
and he's going to.
Ride the surging tides.
Draw 2 and create 2 cards in hand. I wish you wouldn't.
Surge force. Rise with the surf.
Let's see how he tries to make me block. This could go... I mean, that seems like the most obvious. Yeah.
Taste the glory.
Let the tide carry you. The Mirai will
Okay.
never know fear again.
That's an interesting trick. I mean, it saves her, and it gets the level up. Which has gotta feel nice.
Hope lives in the edge of my blade.
And that's a Master Yi level up.
Just a little farther.
Right behind you.
Gonna get the return back.
Rise with the surf.
Alpha strike.
Okay.
Hands up now.
There should be... There should be enough to kill. Now, he might have some spells, but I don't know what spells he would have that would reduce... Like, he needs 2 blockers, and he's not in Freljord, so he doesn't have any Frostbite. He would need to be able to recall 2 of my people.
Ride the surf.
1 seems very realistic.
Leave me be.
But I think I have it. I think I have it.
Rise with the surf.
I mean, that's fine.
Blade and body. Alpha strike. Good, good. Show me your skill. Come now, is that all?
Yep. GG. And that's a 3-1. Which means the only one I lost with, I believe... What was it? What did I go up against Kai'Sa with? Because that Kai'Sa game was bullying. Yeah, it's the Hecarim Zed. Okay. Yeah, no, that was close. I mean, had I not done it that turn, I think it'd be a problem. I am scared of going up against that deck again, though I Still am not 100% sure that Jedi understands the format that we're playing. He does not. Okay. I would like the record to show that I did message him in between series to clear up a misunderstanding. And yeah, he just plays what he wants. You know what? Mundo goes where he pleases. Jedi plays what he wishes. And I have an appreciation for both. Yeah. I do like Riven decks. I'm very curious how this actually works, right? Because, like, Morgana, theoretically, you're playing her Targon?
Good steel and a good future.
It's going to be a lot of, like, I guess, equips and building up that base? I don't know. I'm willing to throw away the 2/2 just to get the one band trigger and get this to 4 damage on turn 2. Seems good. I'm playing an aggro deck, right? So I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. And I think playing Zed next turn is going to feel pretty good.
Do not fear the crowded path.
And I usually I wouldn't play him without protection because I'd be a little concerned about that, but I have the backup. Now, Jedi, you have to have something here. I don't know what your deck is. But I don't know what your mulligan was if you don't. Okay. I have to remind myself. Okay.
To serve the greater good.
I mean, I technically got the job done for him. I have to give him that. Technically, that accomplishes what he wanted. Oh, hey, look, another Zed. I've got Zeds for days. Now, if I could just draw my landmark.
Told me to stay away from strangers.
I'm going to send Riven back to the hand. I don't need to do this. I could have saved the mana, I'm realizing now, because then I could save it for Nopify and get Hecarim out next turn and do like the big beefy attack. This is much more like, I don't know, it's not necessary by any means. I think a free attack with the 2 Dragonlings gets the pump up enough. I don't think I need Hecarim, but I kind of want to play Hecarim just to show the arcade level up because that's fun. He is playing Targon Noxus, so like, what's his answer to this? He's thinking about it. I know at least 2 of those cards in his hand are blades, so neither of those should be really helpful to him in answering what I'm doing. God, can you imagine if blades counted as ephemeral units? That would be so broken. I'm glad Riot didn't do that. But God, it would have been funny. In this specific context, it would have been very funny. Did Jedi disconnect? I hope not. I just waited out the clock a couple times in a row now. I mean, I don't want to win the series on... Oh, there we go. That was, I think, before clock expired. You know what? Fuck it. I want Hecarim to level up. I just do. If I lose the game because of that, I'm okay. I don't think I will,
Okay,
frankly.
dummy. Just like you showed me.
Only the worthy survive.
I do think I'm going to be annoyed. Because of a mobile. Which, for the record, is why I should have saved the mana last turn.
You're not scary.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I get it, I get it. I understand your shackles, I get how they work. Okay, that's not notifiable, got it. Yeah, he's not going to let me level up Hecarim. I should have just won the game last turn. It's not a problem.
I am the light
Because
in the darkness.
I'm going to be able to
The journey ahead
Dragon
is long.
Ambush and basically win the game next turn without a problem. But like, I don't think there's any version of his deck that can deal with everything I'm about to throw at him. I just wanted the cool Hecarim level up, you know? Oh, wait, do I just win? Oh, yeah, because I have the +1/+1. Yeah, that'll do it. That's a GG! G motherfucking G. Well, that was fun. I do like this game quite a bit. I'm hoping I will get more opportunities to play it. Eternal's wild, man. There's just so much cool stuff you can do. And again, this is where, like, this, you know, you can call this a selfish perspective, whatever, right? It's certainly, like, this is a personal perspective. Some of my favorite mechanics in Legends of Runeterra left when rotation left. That's just how it is. It's always going to be the case in card games. Sometimes you're going to have different metas that you like or dislike more, but that's why alternate play paths are important. But this was fun. Against friends, right now, if you're you're in a hangout with friends, you've got 2 hours, which for the record, we played 5, then 7, so 12 games. 12 games today. That took 2 hours, right? So that's about 6 games an hour. That's a game every 10 minutes, and we played a few decks that were pretty fast, right? So if you got the time, it's a fun afternoon to spend with friends. It is a genuinely great game. And I will miss it terribly when inevitably these servers shut down. Because I don't, like, Riot can tell us the game isn't dead, but one, when you're removing ranked mode, you're saying it's dead from a PvP perspective. And two, from a Path of Champions perspective, you missed the opportunity, right? Like, the answer, I'll never understand why they didn't do this, right? Is to launch Path of Champions as a standalone expansion and price it at the same price point as, like, Slay the Spire, right? That's what it is. That's what Path of Champions is. It is a Slay the Spire game mode. And I like Slay the Spire a lot. I paid, $30 for Slay the Spire when it initially came out, right? People will pay for that kind of game. And if you advertise it as that rather than just like, hey, did you know League of Legends has a card game? Which you're not advertising to League players because you're only maybe putting it in the client several years later. You could have gotten people. People would have been hyped to play Path of Champions. You know what? I got a little bit of time. You know what? I'm going to do a Path of Champions run real quick. Not a big one. Not a long one. I'm just going to do one Path of Champions run. Yeah, we re-download the game. I believe it. It was great. Still great. I'm gonna play, yeah, fuck it, Poro King. Because Poro King's another champ. I don't think... Have I beaten this with Poro King? Is there a way to check what I did and did not defeat? I think I haven't beaten any of these 1-stars with Poro King. And I don't know if I have... I don't have the star powers. I got a wild fragment. Yeah, I'll get Poro King to 1-star. Let's do it. I want to all hail the Poro King. It's an easy style. I believe that. What's the Starlight Portal this time around? Special rules. When a unit dies, create a random unit in that player's hand. 1/1. Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's do it. This is such a cool mode, right? Like, there's so many different paths you can take. It has enough variety to keep things fresh. Every run feels different, and with these like secondary challenges, you can always keep yourself occupied. Now, I don't know why the Noxus map came up for a Bilgewater and Piltover storyline, but hey, portals are portals. Let's get a new power. These are not... I mean... Starting with a sparring student isn't bad. Chrono breaks are pretty fun. Counterfeit production is great for making things go brr. Is that worth doing? I don't think so. Not for the cards I have here. I'm gonna try again. Sure. Let's do a raiding party. Because theoretically I should be attacking with a lot of small stuff. Okay, damage units can't block. That's fine. But yeah, like, there's some, like, real room for lore and storytelling here, right? You know, the individual cards getting their own voice lines and like, interacting with the players and the different cards. Like, this is where all that polish really, really shines, right? Professor Von Yip is a cat. I will always forget. Because the professor's actually this guy. I do believe that that's misleading to zoom in on that art with the cat token. People are probably very confused when they first see that.
Okay, ready.
I'm sorry. I want you to know I'm sorry. Go on, Porafly.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning.
Not doing that as of right now.
Let's take a real close look at the action.
Am I willing to take 3? I mean, the thing is, damage is permanent in this mode, right? So you really have to ask yourself, like, is it worth being optimal? And typically it's not, right? Typically you're better off protecting your health as best you can. I'm going for the Chemtech Catermobile. Otherwise I would have saved for Professor Von Yip. Maybe I still should have, but I think the 4/4 with quick attack is really nice to have. Okay. Yeah, if he wants to culling strike a Pouty Poro, I'm okay with that. I'll save this one though for Von Yip. Okay, that's fine. Because all hail the Poro King. All hail, I said. Oh my god. This guy isn't listening. This reckless Trifarian. He doesn't understand. I'll teach him. I'll understand in a moment. Because when I said all hail the Poro King, it wasn't optional. You're really gonna kill my plucky Poro, huh? Just because he's got that cute helmet? You hate because you ain't? I get it. I see you. I see right through you. This is weird board state.
Like this? Oh, I see.
I'm gonna take 3 damage here. I don't know if I needed to do that. I probably could have, had I done the strike, maybe played a different Poro. It's possible, but you know what? I'm not gonna lose sleep over 3 damage. Theoretically, I should get some lifesteal at some point. I'll just have to make sure I prioritize it. And I mean, this is the thing when you talk about time, right? With Legends of Runeterra. Computers act automatically in Path of Champions, right? It's just, like, because it's a computer. It knows what it's going to do. And that helps so much with the pacing of the game. I'll take the stick shot. I got support champion. Greatest of them all. Elise. Yeah, seems good. I'm not killing my own Poros. That would be cruel and unusual, and I will not do it. You cannot make me. Okay. So maybe a mistake, but I feel like if I'm not meant to play this game today, this will be when the game tells me. Because the Legion Marauders start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they never, ever stop coming once they start hitting the board. I think they start as a 3-2 though, so as long as I save mana for Mystic Shot the first time they could come down, that should be okay.
You won't suffer long.
Get that attack going. All those raiding party triggers feel real nice. If you're not going to play anything, then I'll just get a Poro Snacks down. Also, a thing I like about this game that I haven't seen other games do, the everywhere buff is really nice. I love how that plays. Because it means I don't worry about, like, okay, I don't have enough people on board right now. Okay, I don't need to.
Quite right, quite right.
Okay. Let's see more Legion Marauders coming down.
Don't touch that.
Hearts now.
That should be a 3-3. Yep. I'm gonna save Mr. Yip here because he's going to allow me to level up my Elise, which is not a thing I really worry about in like 95% of games, but in this one, seems like it's gonna be real cool.
You'll serve me one way or another. My true beauty
There you
is
go.
beneath the skin.
And see, that's all the level ups needed to be, right? If the big cinematic things were like costing too much money, we would have been fine. I promise, you know? Would have been okay. That's so good. See, that's the stuff that brings a smile to my face, you know? Poro King triumphantly celebrating his own entrance. That's the good shit. You know what else is the good shit?
Very risky indeed.
Get out of here, Legion Marauder. Never in doubt. Never a question. I don't know why I pretended to be worried at the start of this. Okay. Hey, Rek'Sai. I don't even know if this is good. Like, the brash kind of means it might be. Like, the problem is it's going back into your deck. And I don't have any other lurk and any other way to get lurk. So it means, so, like, turn 1, it's a 5/6 with brash that gets shuffled back into my deck. I actually don't think that's good. I think Phantom Prankster's better. The Glade might have been even better, but I like the Prankster's keywords. Okay, buy me a power. Yes! Give me them free keywords. Do I need any of these? No. I don't think I do. Well, that's not worth 140 gold. An extra mana gem. No. There's another shop right up there. I'm going to save. Powers do a lot more. Guess I don't really need Rough Drafts competes in the title here anymore, do I? No, I'm not gonna throw that away. I'll throw that away. I don't need. I mean, 3 drops are nice, but I don't strictly need it right now. I do need a way to start with more mana crystals. That's gonna become a problem as the game goes on. I don't think I have an answer. I don't think I can. I think I'm taking 1. And I feel bad about it. Oh! Oh, I didn't read that correctly. Deal 1 to all units and then grant the foe's units. Okay, well, fuck me. That's a problem.
As long as the body holds blood.
Man. Okay. This could be a problem.
I'll try anyone once.
I love that line. I'll try anyone once. It's like, do you mean anything? No. No, I don't. Oh, no. Such good world building. There's so much good world building. And to be honest, like, you know, we could talk. I talked a lot about Legends of Runeterra today, but look at Riot Forge. Riot Forge, another great example of a great concept. If they'd just taken their time, right? If they were, or they were more willing to outsource, right? That's the other way that works, is if they are more willing to let other people make decisions for their properties in order to, this probably wasn't worth it to get the extra attack, was it? Well, that's a problem. I have to do something at some point. But yeah, like, one of those two things needed to happen, right? Oh boy, I'm taking quite a bit of damage, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Tear them apart. What's your hurry?
I can at least prevent them from continuing to get stacks, but none of this feels good. I might be in trouble. This might not go well. Why is that burst speed?
None more feared.
Actually, there's no reason to do that. Well, there's no reason not to do that.
Weakest
Maybe I didn't need to do the thing, Mystic Shot. I'm mostly just trying to throw off the AI a little bit because it's gonna take 1 damage, which will kill it. But it doesn't always like make blocking decisions based on the powers, you know?
My reputation.
They just build decks that work with the powers so that it makes sense. But I don't think it actually is like, oh yeah, well I know I'm taking 1, so that's fine actually.
Quite right, quite right.
13, 17. Okay. How many? Okay. Think this gets it?
Will you be quiet?
Oh. Not quite. Oopsie poopsie. Hopefully I don't take any more damage this game, but that's gonna feel a little silly. 1 off. I'm just gonna get rid of that guy. No need. Yeah, hype was probably a little greedy there.
Salt and stitches to awaken the blood within.
Discard to draw a unit, sure. God, I love this game. That's a 28-26, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how much cuteness.
Strike hard.
Oh, man. Okay. Actually, didn't even see. Okay, it's just one of those. Okay. I mean, I dislike it, and I dislike you for doing it, computer, but you can't stop me.
Poor thing.
You know, you may have an unstoppable Elder Dragon, but look at my Fleftiporos. Seems pretty unstoppable to me. There we go. The question is, can I go without healing until after Gangplank? Because I feel like Gangplank can do some over-the-top damage as a boss. And that would be a problem. Yeah, drawing 1 on the Augmented Poro is just worth it in this deck. I'm going for a power, because maybe I get something that heals. You know what, actually, having a blocker is great. Healer. I think 6 is worth it. Yeah. I don't need to cut a card, I don't think, right now.
I accept your terms.
Okay. He does have to be very careful with Gangplank, because once he hits 15 health, he gets an advantage. So I'd really prefer to take them all out at once, if possible. That would be the platonic ideal of how this match would play out. Let's get the augmented Poro down there. Draw a card. All hail the Poro King. Well, I mean, I wish you wouldn't. You just always start with a... Yeah, okay. So they always have a powder keg, but they can form a Dreadmaw.
You'll fight or you'll swim. Who's falling for blood?
This might be greedy, but since it's a boss, I'm gonna heal later. I feel like it's actually better to just keep my guy alive. I may be wrong about that. I am gonna do a attack right now, though. I don't know why it's not showing the... It should have shown that there was 2 damage coming in for him.
I'll burn for what I've done.
Now I can get the prankster down.
Neither the flames nor the depths can claim me, Captain.
Oh yeah, Stronger Together, so good with my what did they call it? Welcome gifts. I mean, I definitely obviously did that for that reason earlier, not just because I think welcome gifts is historically strong. Okay. Three powder kegs.
Break their legs.
I don't think I can do anything about that.
So young.
Which is a problem. Do I have any way of, like, getting rid of that Gangplank right now?
You'll fight or you'll swim. Round 'em up.
I see you.
Yes, I do, actually. I don't have to feel good about it, but I do have it. Now you should block. Yeah, that's good. I don't actually want to get his health too low here, because again, that'll get him the Dreadway, and that would be a problem for me. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the 4-2. Do I need to? Maybe not. Do I think it'll be better for me if he doesn't have it? Yeah, for sure. Let's get some Poros down. He's not doing anything. This might be the day. These aren't all... Oh yeah, I guess I've played this one before. Okay, I don't want to do that then. Let's do that. That should do it. He shouldn't have an answer to that. And in fact, he does not. GG! I'm not letting you do your Dreadway. No way. Sucks to suck, Gangplank. Next time, get good. I'm gonna give a Challenger because I feel like Challenger is really helpful. I could have re-rolled for something better. I may be being a little bit too cheap with my re-rolls. Okay, you know what? I want that power. I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to take a risk. I'm willing to take a chance. I'm willing to make a change. To beat this Minotaur Reckoner and get an extra reward here. Because I'm feeling a lot better about like the state of my deck now that I have the extra keyword stuff. So 3 is still a lot. It's a lot of mana to start with.
You won't get past me. I'll do better this time. Focus.
They're both gonna die. That's ultimately gonna be... Oh my god, because raiding party procs every time. Oh, this is dumb. Oh, this is gonna be stupid. Oh boy.
I pull the string.
We're about to play a very silly game of Legends of Runeterra, ladies and gentlemen. Soon. Not this turn, because this turn, that 5/4 is a real pain in the ass.
The prettier the rose, the sharper the thorns.
But that's a 3/6 Phantom Prankster.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill. Face me.
I think that's the best I can do. Doesn't feel great. I'd obviously prefer to be able to take it out of the 5/4, but getting rid of the 5/1 is also very good. Having a few of my units die is not the worst thing in the world in this particular situation. I am in this weird, I need to get Poros down. I want to get the Plunder Poro because I think that's my best way to get the bonuses I need. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Okay. Round end, deal 2 to stun units. Okay. Gonna kill that guy. There's no trample here. So cute little boys or little guys, silly little guys are all I technically need. Well, kinda, because yeah, I can prevent damage. It's enough. It's enough for now. It's not going to feel like enough because a lot of things are about to die, but theoretically those all become buffs to my hand and then the deck. And I don't actually know how his power interacts with Spell Shield. It could deal 2. Yeah. Not affected, but it's fine. Poro King has Challenger. It's not gonna matter. Oh boy. Oh boy. I really like felt good about the combo I built.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
I think it's over. I don't think there's anything I can do. Well, oh, why did he pull that? Okay, well, I guess to give me a sense of false hope, because that still isn't enough, even when blocking 6 damage he didn't have to do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should be very careful about going down the more difficult path in Path of Champions. Womp womp. But that's okay. I wasn't really dedicated towards like some deep win here. Just wanted to take another crack at it. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now, which is longer than I was originally intending. I hope y'all had fun with it. I hope that you know, people watching the stream, you know, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you've just been in the chat, I hope you you take some time to play. You know, it's one of those things where games don't last forever. They never do, and you gotta take advantage of it while you can. And I'm thankful for the time I had with the game, and I hope that I am wrong about where I think things are heading. But for now, thanks everyone for watching, and take care.